So right now I want to talk about a different type of subject. Alright, you guys know that I live in the state of Ohio. And in Ohio we're trying to propose, or the legislation is trying to propose a bill stating that teachers, therapists, and etc. should out transgender students and clients. And I want to give my statement on that. I think that is ridiculous. That is beyond ridiculous. I feel that a child should be able to come out on their own, that they shouldn't have to be outed. To out someone is an awful situation. I was outed too, so I can tell you what it's like. You already feel, because I grew up knowing that gay was not right, I was brought up that way. And I feel in my heart that a transgender person or a gay person or whatever should have the ability to come out on their own, not being forced out. With these bills, it's going to bring the suicide rate up. Suicide is going to be a more popular thing, and that's not a word I'm trying to use, but it's going to be a more thing that's going to happen in this day and age, because to be outed, you already feel like you're got the world against you. And then you got someone outing you to your parents when you're not ready to talk about it. Your parents are going to bring that up. That's going to make you feel like the world's totally against you. Now your parents are going to be against you, because not everybody accepts this transgender thing. Especially these ignorant people out here that are Bible thumpers and etc. that just doesn't understand it. And you're pressing judgment on someone else. I don't understand that. My statement for this video is that we need to try to get these laws demolished. I don't think they need to be put into legislation. I'm sorry, I think a child should be able to come out on their own. The laws that they're going to be putting out also states that if a person who's a teacher or a therapist does not out these people, they can also get a felony charge. The last way I read it was that they could get a felony charge from this. That is disgusting. That is a form of bullying. Sorry, it's my personal feelings on it. What I feel like we should do, and if God's given me the authority to be a voice for the transgender community, that it is 2018, that we are stepping forward, but we're also taking 2 steps to 3 steps back. This is a horrible, horrible thing to make 2 bills like this. And I'm not saying I want to go viral with this. I'm not saying that we need to go public with this. Personally, myself. But if we need to get this on the news, we need to get this video out there. I don't need to be the only voice speaking upon how disgusting these bills are. There's no reason why a child should be outed. We're talking about children here, folks. Children are important to the society. And the funeral directors in the community can also feel with me on this, because I want to go to the mortuary school to become one. So if my first clients are transgender people, this is not something that I think is right. It's totally not right. We as people need to step up and say something here. We need to be voices. My statement is, let's be a voice for the transgender community. I went to Pride this year, not because it was just for fun. It was to show Mr. President that we are a community in the LGBTQI community, and that we have voices, and we need our voices heard. My thing is that we need to stand up and protect for our transgender people. We need to make a warrior chain for these transgender people. We need to walk arm in arm, whether what color you are, what race, whatever. We need to know that we're brothers and sisters in the eyes of Christ. I'm sorry, folks, but it's true. We're all the voice and brothers and sisters in His eyes. And if I am going to have to be a voice for these people, if I have to go out and do public speaking for this, I will have to. But we need to get these bills demolished. We need to get them out of the docket. We need to get them off of the shelf. We need to eliminate them. We need to stand up as a community and protect. Because if you guys sign these into law, children will be passing away at your hands. And I don't think we want that, because I'm coming from a very emotional place with that. I know several people who are transgendered. And to even thought that they could be outed in this sense is a sickening thing. So my statement is, if we need to get this public, I want to be one voice, but we also need several voices on this. I can't be just one, but I can be one of many that can step up. And I didn't think that living in Ohio we would have the issue, but I'm not a proud Ohioan. I will say that now. I'm not a proud Ohioan. We have a lot of hate in this state too. But Mississippi just now put in effect July 1st that you can openly discriminate in their state. When is Ohio going to get that way? Because it does not need to become that way. We need to become warriors and create this warrior chain. Walk arm in arm and say, I love you, no matter what we are. We are all warriors in the eyes of Jesus. We all need to know that we're loved. So if you need to, get this video out there. Share my video on YouTube. Share my video on Facebook. If you gotta send it to a dang news place, I'll get on the news and talk about it. If I have to be a voice for this, we need to be a voice for our transgender community. I feel very strong about this because I'm a subject of being outed. We need to protect children to not be outed. We need to stand the fuck up and say, I love you. Because you know that if these children are outed to their parents, they don't understand this. And a lot of them have the same thinkings and thoughts as a church. They still have the same thinkings and thoughts as the man over there in Europe who wears a white cloak. I can't say his name. I'm not publicly calling someone out on here. I don't do that. The individual in the White House that also doesn't have us in mind. We need to be a voice to him. We need to be a voice that we're here, we're not going anywhere, and that we need to step up. I will do rallies if we have to. I won't be the organizer of the rallies, but I can be a public speaker for one. We need to get this message out there that these bills that are being proposed to Ohio for transgender outing, we need to get them off the docket. We need to be a voice, and we need to step up here. I'm tired of sitting back watching nothing. I need to be what I'm being called to do, is a public speaker, and I'm also being called to protect my community, our community. So what are we going to do about it? Share this video, please. Get this out here. Get it out on social media. I will answer to anything that comes about it, because I know there will be some hateful people. And I'm just going to tell you where that hate can go. You can shove that hate right up the devil's ass, because I don't want to hear it. You can take your hateful comments, you can shove them right up the devil's ass. I don't need them. None of the transgender people need them. None of the gay community need them. None straight people need them. We don't need all the dirty comments. If you follow the lines of the dirty comments, you could take them and shove them right up the devil's ass too. We don't need that. We need to be voices here, and we need to step up for our community. Right now, the transgender community is a voiceless community because of how they're always picked on. There is an individual here in Cincinnati that's being denied as a transgender person. I will not ask that person. I don't know the individual's name, but there is a person here in Hamilton County who is a transgender person who is being denied a name change. There is an individual here in Hamilton County who is being denied a name change because they're a teenager and they are being denied that. Let's step up for the transgender community and let's fight for them, please. If you got horrible comments, keep them to yourself and stick them up devil's ass. I don't need them. You don't need them. We all don't need to see them. But get this video out there. Thank you.